Now, I want to start by saying at the very front of this video, IMU is a motion sensor. If you plan on moving your boards rather than moving the camera, you will have a bad time with IMU calibration. We need motion in the sensor to activate all 6 degrees of freedom and understand the calibration thoroughly. So with that being said, unlike camera calibration alone or camera LiDAR calibration, you will need to move your system or module. The boards will have to be static while this occurs. This is the only modality where that applies, but it is very important. So let's go through a Camera-IMU calibration. We have our board set up so that as we rotate, our cameras can continuously see features. If our cameras don't see features in the Camera-IMU calibration, there is no pose to match in the IMU data, and it will just be dead data. So if you're moving your IMU this way, with your cameras completely facing away from the target, none of that data is going to count for your calibration. We're going to need the camera in the full field of view of the targets in order to get your best data. So when we have this set up, start with the camera in the middle, rotate up and down, rotate left and right and around, tilt side to side, and then move your camera back and forth in the depth of field. And what this will do is, one, help the camera intrinsics by getting rid of projective compensation, which is what we did in the single cam instance, but also vary that degree of freedom for the IMU. Now note that camera calibration needs periods of stillness and motion in order to derive the best data. The same can apply here for IMU. You don't have to keep your camera set in motion the entire time. You can set, wait for a second, move around, set, wait for a second, move around, and continue that same pattern of stillness and motion that you did with camera capture, but now with the IMU data capture in the back of your mind. And that's it. Again, 1 minute, 2 minutes of data should do for this entire data set. And you're done. Now, there can be concerns when you have a Camera-IMU fixture on a vehicle or a chassis that cannot be perturbed in all 6 degrees of freedom. IMU capture is much more difficult. You're not going to get the data you need to fully calibrate that IMU. In this case, we recommend you contact Tangram directly so that we can help you with a better data capture procedure.